Welcome to the OFO podcast, now with 7.5 more inches. My name is David. As you can tell, the room's kind of filled, but empty. We'll go over why Ram and Brandon are not here this week a little bit. It's some disturbing shit. But before I do that, I guess my hetero life mate, James, is sitting across from me. How was your week, sir?
Oh, good. I'm ready to talk vampires and whether or not it's worth the bear is worth sinking my teeth into.
Good to hear, I suppose. I mean, my week was okay. I got that fucking head cold, so I might sound like shit, or maybe better. I don't know.
Like shit, so
Never know. So, like I said earlier, Ram and Brendan aren't here. Unfortunately, what happened was that our last episode was a little gay. And they ran off with each other. We don't know when they're coming back. All I heard was something about antiquing in San Francisco. That's all I heard. So wow. I don't know. Maybe they'll be back next week. I don't know.
Did that episode awaken something?
I'm thinking so. I'm really thinking so. I think I need to stop doing that game anymore. I don't want to wake up one morning with a cock in my ass. I'm just saying, don't want to do it. Now, what's the difference between hungry and horny?
They're the same thing. They're just hunger for two different things.
Incorrect. It all depends on where you want to stick the cucumber. Yeah, that was the bad joke of the week. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into too much of this stuff, once again, we are sponsored by the man across the table from me. It looks like, your book is still that same one from last week is the same one on here.
Yeah, it's actually selling pretty good right now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And one of these days, whenever you get it into audio form, I'll actually listen to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly a reader.
I'll do that. When this book makes enough money to pay for that audiobook, I'll put it on audio.
Awesome. Just let me know, sir. I'll buy 75,000 copies.
I'm saving the money every dime that comes in from it is being put aside.
A couple of news articles I want to go into before we get to the question of the week. Howard Stern got canceled.
That's what I heard.
It's weird. I'm seeing a lot of people that were very, very pro-Biden and all that shit. And since Trump became, surprisingly, they're all getting canceled. Next, I hear on the chopping blocks The View, which kind of makes me upset because it's a comedy to me. I watched that and I was like, just laughing at their stupidity. But yeah, they're probably on the chopping block. Also found out a couple of other things. What do you think about this, James?
She's hot.
The black woman?
No. Sydney there.
Oh.
The black woman, she's more like a little, splotch, like an ink stain on the side there. Not because she's black, but because look at her. I mean, she's like a blob.
Yeah, and the comment on here is the picture is worth 1,000 words, or in this case, 1,000 pounds.
Seriously.
Yes. I don't get why everyone's all pissed off about that jean thing.
Yeah. It's not even unique.
No, it's not.
Like Calvin Klein or somebody do something very similar. I can't remember.
I think it was Calvin Klein.
Yeah, a long time ago. I mean, yeah. It's not referring to racism at all.
No.
Good jeans can come in many colors, and she's just a hot white girl.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, you're hearing people all over the place saying, I'll never buy those jeans. Most of the people that are saying, I'll never buy those jeans can't fit into those jeans. Right. So, cry harder.
And they're literally, I mean, it's kind of what, I forget what that word is, where they're kind of playing on words. Yes, you can be referring to a person's genetics, but they're really actually just selling jeans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just about jeans.
It's jeans.
Hot girl sells jeans. I mean,
that's the way they did with beer in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hot chicks sell beer.
It works.
Yes.
Real
fast. Is it in you?
No. It is not.
So this is starting to become a trend. Another WNBA game, and someone threw another dildo on the thing. I don't think it was neon green though. Breaking, mysterious shadow appears above WNBA arena just hours before the tip-off. I don't know who did that, but that was fucking hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Now, this is funnier. This is one of the coaches for the WNBA. And she's going over, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. It's undercover now. It's disguising itself as a mic. God, that's just funny as shit. And then the rest of it I'm gonna go over later a little bit.
I didn't know you were gonna do this. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those things on there, and I was just like, I gotta bring these up. I thought they were funny as shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into the question of the week real fast before we do. Our sponsor this week is actually my daughter, because she is starring in a new movie. I am so sorry, Damien. No, I'm not sorry at all. This is her newest movie, Damien Must Die. Play the intro, monkey.
In a world where one left open toilet seat can spell disaster, one woman takes it upon herself to save her ass from falling into the can. Damien Must Die. From the OFO podcast, watch Kaylee, the spawn of David, take on her most challenging role she's ever faced, beating her husband's ass for leaving the toilet seat up. Damien Must Die. In a normal world, she would have enough common sense to look down before sitting. But she's not thinking about logic. She just wants to shoot his ass. Watch as Damien runs for his life from his wife, who somehow is now a fucking ninja. I mean, I'd be scared too if someone was trying to kill me, and they were a ninja, and somehow can fucking fly now. Don't miss Damien Must Die coming to theaters anytime you hear a loud splash, and then Kaylee screaming.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's watching this right about now, and his face is real red. Never have yourself photographed, sir. I will fuck with you. So, yeah, my daughter thought it was hilarious, and we'll be watching a video review of his reaction next week because she says she's going to be recording this, and she's going to send it to me. We'll put him back on the show. I'm sure he'll love it. So the question of the week, would you rather watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life or join in once just to stop it?
Well, being that they're dead,
you can watch Ashes, come on.
Well, my parents are deceased. So, does that give me a pass?
Well, both of mine are too, so since I don't really want to answer the question either, I'm going to say, we'll do that. Yeah, it totally doesn't count.
Yeah, I'd have to kill myself to join in on that one, and I really don't want to do that. So.
No. God damn it. Good Lord. We should not be left alone together. Just saying. Okay, so we're going to go into our movie for the month, and we're still in Anime August. So we watched new movies. So before that, hit the intro, monkey.
OFO podcast, where the magic unfolds. With Anime August, our stories are told. Every episode's a journey. Come ride with us in the world of anime. Let our hearts combust.
Alrighty, I love that intro. A little creepy, but still. All right, the movie of the month of the week we watched was the sort of sequel to the last one, which was Vampire Hunter D: Bloodlust, which came out in 2000. Legendary Don Pia competes with a motley family of bounty hunters to return a young woman who has been seemingly abducted by a vampire from her family. I liked it. I actually liked it better than the first one. I thought the animation was way better, but it's like 15 years, newer so from the last one. So the animation was great. Less nudity, way less nudity. So
yeah, I was gonna say, not enough nudity.
No, and I'll go into that when I have to do Ram's top 10. God damn it, I suck at these things, but still. What did you think of the movie?
Like I said, as I've said before, I'm not a big fan of vampire flicks.
Yeah.
Not the worst I've seen. Yeah, there was quality improvements over the first, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm so over the woman falls in love with the vampire thing.
That trope's been around so long.
I'm so over that. I've never liked it, you know. And since I don't know about it how it is these days, but in my generation, vampires could kind of I don't know, mind control women to a point, right? So it's like even if she was to say I'm so in love with him, I wouldn't believe her. I would assume that he had taken control of her somehow. So
you kill the vampire, and then like when she starts crying, you're like, oh, I guess she really was in love with him. Oh, well, my bad.
Really, I would just make that assumption. I was like, oh, I guess it's, do that. But no, it was interesting. I actually kind of like the D character.
Yeah.
But he's the only thing that really saves it for me at all. And I'm not even into vampire guys or whatever. It's
no.
Just, I kind of like that stoicism, and he kind of just he goes in, gets the job done, and he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, the story. I like the story minus the love thing. Which once, honestly, I was like you. Once I found out that she was in love with him for real, I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I've been so over since I saw like that first Twilight movie. By the way, vampires don't fucking sparkle. I fucking hate those fucking Twilight movies. When I first watched it, though, I thought like when that bus is driving into town for the first time, you see that drunk guy over there, and he got they're asking him, did they find the noble person? The vampire went through, and he transformed. At first, I thought he turned into a fucking werewolf, and I was like,
I thought the same thing at work too.
Yeah, I was like, because I saw the puncture net, the holes, and then he turned. It looked like a werewolf. So their art style on this one was a little confusing at first. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, okay, so they kind of look like werewolves, but they're actually vampires. That's how they're going on this. And then later on in the movie, when they actually start fighting, they start calling them zombies. And I was like, what? They're vampires. They're not zombies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it was just something lost in the translation from like Japanese over to English.
Yeah, because they're both undead.
Yeah.
At least, the traditional vampire and zombie are undead. But, they're not the same kind of undead.
No. One's a corpse and the other one's technically dead, but also alive. He's the undead. And
they have a conscious.
Yeah.
They have a brain and where they can work.
Zombies are just like, brains, whatever. Other than that, I mean, the action was pretty good. It wasn't that gory as the last one, I think. I mean, there was definitely some blood in there. And I like some of the villains that were in there, like that shadow villain that could like kill you by killing your shadow. I thought that was fucking great. I was like very inventive. Is the word I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm. I might actually use that.
Yeah,
I kind of like it, or some variation of it.
Yeah. Nudity rating a 1. I mean, there was barely anything. I mean, this was like the nipple verse because I mean they drew all these women and they purposely put the nipples in there so you can see through that, but not really any nudity at all, except for like the very end. And I'll go over that with Ram's top 10s. What did you think of like overall the whole movie?
Overall, wouldn't watch it again.
About the same.
I'll give it a 3.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, because and again, I admit my bias. I'm just not really into that kind of movie. So well, if you're into that kind of movie, you might love it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like vampires,
if you like vampires and you like a combination of vampires and anime, go for it.
Yeah, definitely go for it. I'm about to say, like I said, with you about 3. It's an average flick. And just to let you know, that would be the last vampire anime movie we watched this month. The rest of them are all completely different. Actually, I've only seen one of the movies that are this month. So I'm going in fresh, just like you were. Nice. So I guess it's now time. Let me bring it up. Since he's not here. It's now time for Ram's top 10 when he's not here. He's doing weird stuff with Brandon. So cue the music.
Ram's got voices running through his head. Ram's rod is about to penetrate your mind. Here's Ram's top 10 out of context thoughts.
Okay. Number 10. That's a lot of horse murder. Number 9. That joke was worse than mine. Number 8. Worst security system ever. Number 7. If they're unconscious, it's totally legal, right? Number 6. So the old guy wants some D2, huh? Number 5. Well, I think they're kind of fucked. Number 4. Women are fucking stupid. Number 3. I'm so fucking confused right now. Number 2. I've heard of touched by an angel, but not fucked by a ghost. And number 1. Blood-soaked titties. And that was my interpretation of Ram's top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it. God, I hate doing this. He's just better at it. And I was half drunk when I was doing this, so I was just like, okay, finally at the end there's blood-soaked titties. I was like, oh, finally some nudity here. It's the only reason I got a 1. Other than that, it would have been a straight-out 0. Alrighty. Well, I guess it's time for the douchebag of the week. And this one actually might surprise you. To the intro.
This is the douchebag. I said douchebag of the week.
All right. Well, the douchebag of the week is us. The OFO podcast crew is the douchebags. We are douchebags because we like to think common sense. We like to see child rapists not teaching our children or getting them mutilated their bodies. We like to have thoughts of our own. We like to have a beer, check out the chick with the nice rack, and have a good time with people we care about. We're not like to hear ghetto trash people talk about how hard their life is while getting government assistance and sitting on their fat asses while we work over 40 hours a week and barely make it by. We like being able to watch whatever we want to watch without being able to be told it's sexist or racist or any other catchphrase this week that's being cheered by the insane. We like a secured border, and we believe anyone who didn't come into this country legally be kicked the fuck out. Men, women, and children included. We like porn. Stop blocking our porn because of some bullshit censorship tactics. We like living in America where we have freedoms and liberties. If we wanted our country to be like China, we'd move to fucking China. For all these things and so much more, we are douchebags in the eyes of the weak-willed, pathetic, childish pieces of shit that have forgotten that everyone in America has the God-given right to do and say whatever the fuck they want. Up to and including telling all of you who, if you don't like it, you can kindly fuck the hell off.
Agreed.
And for all those reasons, that's why we're douchebags in the eyes of some.
Right? Yeah, you're right. You could pick any one of those topics, say it, and somebody's going to hate you for it.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even count how many times I've been called a racist online or a Nazi just because I want border security and I want illegals out.
Yeah.
Or something is like, what was it? David said the other week, asked me whether or not I'd want more people to become citizens or make it easier for people to become citizens.
Oh, you mean Brandon? I'm David.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. My answer, no. Why? Because last year alone, over 888,000 people became citizens. Great for them. I'm actually really supportive of that. Do we really need more?
No.
So, that's the thing. People don't know the numbers, but I'm racist because I say no.
I mean, I'm in agreement with that. I mean, as far as citizenship goes, I don't want to give anyone a chance that has come into this country to become a citizen because they already broke the law to begin with. Mm-hmm. They came in illegally. And then it's not fair for all the other people that had to wait outside, fill out forms, pay mounds of money to get into this country legally. And they don't even like them either. I've had literally the people that came across legally became citizens, and they disdain illegals. Mm-hmm. So,
right.
I mean, your own people are not liking you with what you're doing. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. Sorry. That's just the way I feel it. The only exception is if there was a child brought in over there from Mexico or from another country, you're too young. Mm-hmm. Maybe, like, I didn't have a problem with, like, the DREAM Act. The kids that were here, they were given dream cards so they can basically have a path to citizenship. That I don't have a problem with, honestly, because it wasn't their fault. But then again, I'm also the same token. Like, if you were just because you were born here doesn't make you a citizen. Right, if you were born to two legals, that is completely different from the other two. If you're already born somewhere else and you were dragged here as a small child, Yeah, I think there should be some kind of path to citizenship open up for you. Parents, fuck them. They send them back. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I mean, you didn't have a choice. You were a small child.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're still a small child and your parents are here, send them.
Yeah.
Send them all. Keep the family together. Send them back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're too old, too young to fend for yourself, well, I guess we're sending you back too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and we can't take everybody.
Oh, we could, but then we'd wind up being like fucking some third world country. We're slowly heading that way.
Heading that way. And the more they do this, or the more they do this, the faster that is accelerating.
Yeah. I mean, it's already, look what's going on over in the UK. Mm-hmm. I mean, they are letting so many Muslims and everyone else in from other countries, and it's turning into a shithole. I have my best friend over there in Al, he lives in the UK, and he consistently messaged me. He's like, man, I don't even go out anymore. It's not worth it. There's so many these people around here, and they're breaking the laws, and they're letting them get away with it.
Yeah. Well, this is a good reminder that the United States is the only nation in the world with free speech. Other places like to pretend they do because they'll say, we have a tradition of free speech. That's not the same thing.
Yeah.
For speaking out against exactly what you were just talking about, you can be arrested in England, in Germany, in France, just for posting against it.
A meme, yeah. I've seen people get arrested for posting a meme.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a funny picture.
That's not freedom of speech, guys.
No, it's not. It's not. And we are the only ones that have that God-given right in this country. And this what makes this podcast available. And if we didn't have that, well, we'd all be basically hung and shot and whatever. Because we say some pretty heinous shit on the show. At least I do. So, yeah, I mean, this episode is going to be kind of short. It's just me and him. So, that's pretty much our douchebag of the week. It's us because, we're normal people. And that seems to be something heinous going on in the world now. So with that being mind and said, James, it's time for your takeaways.
All righty.
Cue the intro, please.
James takeaways. Hear his voice resound in the heart of a moment. The wisdom's found. Every thought's a treasure. Every life's a win. With confidence, we'll let the journey begin.
All right, take it away, James.
All right, this week I was thinking about anime.
No, really?
We were talking about it, and then I was thinking about the kind of books I write, which often have a harem element to it, right? So, you ever watch harem anime?
Does it involve
a guy with lots of girls that hang around him all the time?
I've seen some porns.
Okay. Yeah. I can qualify too, but that's not what I'm talking about.
It's cartoons.
I'm talking about mainstream stuff, it's just whatever.
No, I haven't seen any mainstream.
And I was thinking, what drives me nuts about some harem anime? The guy's surrounded by gorgeous women who are clearly in love with him, right? They're practically lining up, and he still can't seal the deal. He walks in on one naked, he has a nosebleed and runs away.
Yeah, that is one of those.
Yet they still want
tropes.
him. It's a trope, and it drives me nuts. Those kind of characters, I can't relate to, so it draws me out of the show and makes it harder for me to enjoy the show. Every time the character does something like that, it just drives me nuts.
I've just noticed that. Yeah, a lot of anime has like that. They get freaked out or shy, and just blood starts shooting out of their nose. I don't get that.
I don't get that.
I've never seen a human do that.
I'm not Mr. Suave, right? I could be a little shy around women.
Yeah.
I just can't relate to that. And I don't know, is this a thing that's in Japan or something where it's just like shyness? Is it so difficult for young men to even talk to a girl? Is this something that a large number of them can relate to? Is that why there's so many shows like that?
I don't know. Idea.
I
think it's just like it was a trope that started, and then they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's do that.
So yeah. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about that. It was just, because like I said, I write books with that kind of thing, and one of the things I cannot stand is a protagonist that is so scared that he can't even, defend himself or, handle looking at a girl if something happens, or, or the girls that are abusive to the male characters, and they don't ever stand up for themselves. That's me nuts. That teaches young boys to accept abuse, is what it does.
Japan's really, really weird.
It really does. I was thinking about it because that was one of the things I was looking at on this. Is, you see that I forget what the sunder or whatever they call the trope, the girl that shows her affection and she's always hitting him and hurting him and kicking him or some serious injuries sometimes. And the guy never says anything about it.
I think maybe it's like they're doing something for like childhood kind of days because like how the boys always picked on the girl because they really liked each other and stuff like that. Maybe they just increase the age of them,
right?
And
then it goes to extreme. I was like, literally, she was pounding a guy's head. Like, seriously? Or the character walks by a room or the bathroom, right? The door's open and they're in there naked. And then they're mad at him for looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
I might say apologize, but I'm still gonna look.
I
might even grab my camera and go snap.
Right. And then they call them perfect. And I'm thinking, no, actually, that's the opposite of perverted. That's healthy and natural. You're gonna look.
Yeah. Perverted
means outside the norm.
Yeah.
And it would be normal for a guy to look. Anyway, sorry I went on that rant.
Worked for me. So I figured we'd just do a grab bag for the next segment, mostly because I have that stupid intro and I rarely use it. So you hit the intro music, monkey.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag? It's a grab bag, bitch.
Okay, so like I said, we're supposed to have more people here, but I mean it's just you and me. The only topic I want to talk about my grab bag this week is, well, not the dildo thing, although that's still fucking funny. It's the House Democrats. They had 57 of them that decided, we don't want to vote on basically redrawing lines in Texas, so they fucked off to Chicago. And nothing's really done anything. I think they're finding them like $750 a day. And get this, they revoked their direct deposits, and now they have to go and pick up their paychecks in person. Why are they getting paycheck in period? They're not working. They just basically fucked off and they left us. And let's see here. Looks like our Attorney General, he says, I will seek judicial order declaring the runaway Democrats who failed to appear by the Speaker's deadline have vacated their office, which I hope they fucking do. But I mean, that's going to cause more chaos than anything. And then, the lawsuits are going to come in.
I mean, it's within the law. That's the thing. That does help. And what's funny is they flee to a state that is seriously bad about gerrymandering. They're so bad, you should look at their lines. They're like all over the freaking place. They're not blocks of people, you know, like they should be. They go out of their way to try and twist and go, and they follow lines. They could be only maybe a couple blocks wide and follow trails to try to get the people that they want.
It's fucking stupid. Not only that, I mean, it's not the way our government should work. Like, I don't like this. Well, then we elect people to go and change things we don't like. And they're basically doing nothing. They're just like running away. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I mean, I'm sorry. These people should be arrested.
Yeah. Oh, according to the law, I mean, because didn't the governor, he called a special session, right?
Yeah. And
so according to the law, they have to return, and they're refusing to. And my understanding, I'm no expert on it. I was thinking about actually talking about the same thing. I'm glad you did it. So looking into it, it seems to me everything I'm seeing is that it's well within the law.
Yeah.
So
and here we got Abbott right here. Basically, Texas has every right to redraw district lines to represent all voters. Democrats turned their backs on Texas. They fled and abandoned both the redistricting fight and flood victims. And that is un-Texan, and that's actually un-American. I don't give a fuck about your squabbles or anything. You guys were elected into office to serve the people, not your fucking bullshit policies that you want to push or your whatever agenda that you're trying to get to. It's stupid. I don't get it. I don't know why we have to deal with these idiots. I just don't. I don't know why they're giving them that much leeway. Just arrest them already or vacate them. I don't care. I did find out that I guess Beto O'Rourke, I fucking hate that piece of shit. He basically has been raising money for them, and a judge, I think it was just Friday, blocked him. It's like, nope, we're not we're not allowing you to get any funding to them at all. They have to come back. So I'm happy as hell with that. Did I say that?
Interesting.
I'll talk about that
Yeah,
later.
because technically, if they put a warrant out for him, wouldn't that be aiding and abetting a fugitive?
Yeah, no shit. Because I mean, you're sending them funds to support them, and but I don't know. I honestly don't know if they actually submitted a warrant on it yet.
I know they've been talking about it. I haven't followed up on they've actually completed that.
I doubt it. I mean, that would be like the last straw. I think honestly, this is within a week or two, it's going to blow over. They'll come back and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they could. Why can't they just do the vote now? Why do they have to have anyone there? Because in Congress, they have people that just don't show up for votes.
Seriously. Honestly, they should just do the vote because they have abandoned their post. So how are Republicans required to wait for them to show up? They're refusing to show up. You can't. I don't know. I don't know that much about the Texas Constitution.
No, I don't either.
So I'm not sure. How that works.
I would assume it would be just like the way we do it federally, because I mean, people just don't show up. Okay, well then they don't send in their vote. We don't count it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they just do the vote now, unless they have to have like everyone vote. I don't know.
Yeah, you could say, well then their constituents don't have representation, but that's their choice.
Yeah, you elected them.
They're given every opportunity to provide their representation to vote. They're refusing to.
And it's all common sense what's going on, what they're trying to do. I mean, it's just they're trying to get rid of this stench of race baiting, basically. Mm-hmm. That's all this has. They're trying to redraw lines like based on your affiliation, not your race. Mm-hmm. And they're all pissed off about it. Mm-hmm. So it makes no sense. I don't get why they keep pushing this race narrative. And, America was great back in, I would say, early 2000s. We were healing. And when Obama got fucking presidency, it fucked everything up. Mm-hmm. We're right back to where we were again. And it's gotten worse now.
Worse. It's worse than it was that I remember from what I remember growing up. Yeah. There were some issues, but there was active healing going on.
Yeah.
You could see some of the problems that we're seeing in the Black community today, for example, were still relatively in their infancy. It was growing, but it wasn't near like it is today. Now it's a disaster.
It's a complete disaster.
So, yeah. Thanks, Obama.
It just makes me want to scream. One other grab bag thing I want to talk about before I let you get onto yours. Have you seen this? Heinz and Smoothie King are making a smoothie together. It's one right down the road. I think I want to try it.
Okay.
A ketchup smoothie.
I don't think it would be something I would be interested in, but I mean, I would taste it to find out.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do a taste. Maybe it might surprise me.
I mean, I like ketchup on certain things that people like. Me personally, I like ketchup on a hot dog. Mm-hmm. I do. And the people, they point their fingers and say, oh, you're not supposed to do that.
It's pretty normal, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty normal. I
like it. But
I don't like mustard at all. So I've never.
I love my mustard.
I've seen people put mayo on their freaking hot dog. No,
like
just
too.
Ketchup. It's either ketchup or it's chili and cheese. That's it. That's the only thing I want on my hot dog.
We're good on the chili and cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
And mustard.
And mustard. Yeah. Oh no, not mustard. Although I've had it where like some of the restaurants around here, they'll get a hot dog and they'll put chili and cheese in it, but they mix the mustard into it. Mm-hmm. It's not horrible. I'll still eat it, but I won't.
It's a slight tart flavor.
Yeah. I just never liked mustard. I don't know why. So what was your grab bag segment?
My grab bag. So I almost did what you were talking about. I'm glad I didn't. I randomly decided to look up something interesting. Just something came across YouTube. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. Whales. Okay. This is totally off normal subject. But you know how they make sounds. They actually are speaking a language. There's been suspicion about this for a long time, and a whole lot of people have done research. However, the human ear can only hear so much.
Yeah.
Right. And we can only process so much information. Well, they brought AI into it, and they've been studying this. They have realized that they are actually teaching, and they spend years doing this, their language to their offspring. And there could be variations between, pods, or basically clans of them. But if you take one and you move it in with the other group, and it lives with them, it'll start adjusting, kind of like we do with Ebonic, or with changing our accent.
Okay.
Right? So it'll change its accent to fit the others.
Huh.
So yeah, they're actually, they don't know what they're saying yet, but they're discovering that some seem to be names, and they express emotion through their the rate and speed at which they speak.
Huh.
So
that is actually pretty fucking
and it's not just
interesting.
the sounds that we hear. It's actually these clicking sounds.
Well, yeah, because if they're underwater, the sound itself is basically, it's being filtered through water.
Mhm.
So what they sound out like in fresh air would probably be sounding a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I know is because I watched Star Trek 4.
Right.
Yeah, when you think about it, I mean, yeah, Star Trek 4 did that back in the 80s. They knew about it since the 80s.
Right. Well, they've discovered 156 distinct codes. So I find that just so fascinating, because something like AI, it can analyze thousands and thousands of samples in a short time.
Yeah.
And using certain rules we know about language, and of course AI coding, and that's literally what they used, and I figured it out. I'm like, well, of course they don't know what like I said, they don't know what they're saying yet, at least not that we know of.
Well, I mean, eventually, if they found that many like words or phrases that they've or sounds or noises that they've done, I mean, it shouldn't take that long. Well, maybe not. Maybe 20 years or so. Maybe they'll figure it out. Who knows? I just want them AI to be able to figure out what the fuck my cat's saying,
right?
or my dog's saying, or something
I
like
know
that.
what my cat and dog say. Well,
Yeah, well, it was like an app, like, okay, meow meow meow, and it was like, fuck you, give me cat food. Like, okay, shit, I'm sorry.
Feed me now.
Feed me now.
I'm being nice, only just because it works.
I only shit on your shoe twice yesterday because I was mad. If you want to continue that, sir, you better give me the good cat food.
Exactly. I would love that. That would be so cool.
I don't know why anyone hasn't. I know there's a few apps out there, but they don't work.
They don't work.
But it'd be pretty nice to be able to translate, be able to talk to animals themselves. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I've always been wondering, like, cause we have the squirrels outside. I always wonder, what the fuck are they thinking? Why do they just stare at me? And like, I always envision like a squirrel be like eating a nut, and then they stop, like, turn, and it's almost like they're saying, "Did I leave the stove on?"
Right.
No.
It's like with my cat, I don't know what he's saying, so, but he's pretty smart. So at least smart enough. At least if he's trying to get my attention on something, he obviously wants something.
Yeah.
It's not always food. I literally ask him, "What do you want?" He'll meow, and I'm like, "Show me." And it's like, I'll do this. And then if he wants to show me something or take me somewhere, or he needs something, he will do that. He will actually try to lead me to wherever he wants, whether it's food or he just wants out a door, or,
My cat's annoying because he just wants attention all the fucking time. He'll just sit meow, meow, meow. And he always wants in my room, so I'll let him in my room. And I know when he's ready to leave because I'll be petting him on my bed, and he'll stand up, and he'll walk to the edge of the bed, and he'll just sit down. And I'm like, okay. I get up out of bed, open the door, and he will literally just jump all the way off my bed, through the door, and run away. I'm like, okay.
That's his way to tell you that he wants out.
Yeah. That whale stuff is fun. Now, thanks to you, I got to go watch Star Trek 4 again. I haven't watched it enough, and it's literally one of my favorite Star Trek movies, at least with the old cast. So, yeah, now I got to watch that for whales. I'm like, I know what they're saying. Wow, this is going to be an interesting little thing. So our next segment, since there's only two of us, we're going to be talking about Would You Watch It? So go ahead and hit the intro.
Will you watch it? I'd watch it. I'd watch it hard.
Okay, so the TV show I had you watch this week was The Bear, which I actually never seen either. I watched the first episode too. I kind of liked it. I honestly don't. I'm kind of don't know if I want to watch it any more of it. I mean, Raul tells me it's a great show and everything, and their episodes aren't that long, so I could probably get through the entire season like within a few hours. But he just looks like a meth head, and I wouldn't want someone like that cooking me food.
What was the name of the show he was in previously?
I have no idea, but I can.
His older sister was like, you get lots of topless shots from her in the show, and they were a screwed up family. Whatever. Anyway,
I'll find out right now. Let's see here. The power of the internet.
I watched one season of that show.
Jeremy Allen White.
But in any case,
Let's see.
his character in this show reminds me of his character in that show, because his character in that show worked in a diner.
Oh yeah, he was in the Iron Claw. I totally fucking forgot about that.
Oh, really?
Shameless.
Shameless, that's it.
Okay.
So he worked in a diner in that show, and so his character is very similar. At least it seems like it.
Yeah.
You know. But kind of first thing I thought when I watched it was, it's like they're trying to make a strung out, Gordon Ramsay or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be interesting. I did not enjoy the show.
Yeah,
it was fine.
the episode was fine, but
there was nothing about the episode as a first episode that drew me in and said, man, I really want to watch this.
Yeah.
But, if I'm bored, I might see if it's available and watch it.
Well, if you want, I could slide onto your USB.
Sure.
So yeah, I downloaded all 4 seasons, and I was just like, well, I'll give it a shot because Raul was always ranting and raving about it. So I was like, all right, I'll watch the first episode. I don't know. I'm kind of like with you. I'm kind of indifferent about it.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
No.
Like I said, it kind of reminded me in a way of Shameless.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same producers or something. There's a very similar feel.
Yeah.
The way it is produced. Similar character, all that kind of thing. So I wouldn't mind watching a few more episodes and see where it goes.
Yeah. I would say about the same here for me. Okay, so yeah, that was our TV review. Once again, I apologize. Everyone abandoned us for weird frollops through San Francisco. Which should make this next segment really, really interesting because it's going to be the game. So cue the intro for the game, guys.
It's time to play the game. It's time for this or that.
All right. This week's game is brought to you by, we're the only ones here. So this week we're going to be playing a game called Real or Fake. So I'm going to show you an actress, and you got to tell me if her tits are real or are they fake. And for a bonus, I'll even tell you the actress's name, and I'll tell you how big her breasts are. For example, here's number 1. This is Angelina Jolie. Her breasts are 34 C's.
Mm-hmm.
Are they real or are they fake?
Yeah, I'll say real. Why not?
They are actually fake, which sucks because they are perfect. God bless her.
Which can be partly what? No.
Yeah,
I'd say perfect natural ones. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Natural ones can be about as perfect as they can get. I mean, it's freaking amazing.
Oh, yeah. I was dating this black chick, and I swear to God, she had the nicest tits ever. Everything else is kind of fucked up, but the tits were beautiful. I mean, they were uplifting, they were big, and there was no sag on them. Mm-hmm. They were perfectly balanced. If I didn't know they were real, I would swear they were fake. Mm-hmm. But no, they're real.
It's usually when you touch them that you can know for sure.
Yeah, like I said, we needed to talk to these people that do those breast implants. We need to get them to put like little squeaky toys in them so that, we have something to play with. Well, there's a reason they're supposed to be called honkers. I want like a musical one, like womp, 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 womp. Something.
That would get annoying after a while, but it would be funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you already won the game, by the way, since you really were playing it. This is Sydney Sweeney, since we were talking about that gene thing. Hers are 34Ds. Are they real or fake?
Without seeing them truly exposed, I can't, it's harder to tell.
Yeah, I would get demonetized, sir.
Fake, but because she's young, I'll say real.
They are real, actually. So, congrats. All right, the next one is Salma Hayek. She's rocking 36 C's.
I'll say fake.
They're actually real.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
They look bigger than 36 C's.
Well, yeah.
Is she just short or something?
Yeah, she's very short.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one. This is Megan Fox. She's rocking 32 Ds.
Well, I don't really follow actresses to see if they've gotten boob jobs or not. I'll say fake.
You are correct, sir. They are. She's rocking fake ones.
I know she was obsessed and wanted to be like Angelina Jolie. So
Yeah, except she doesn't have the acting or the attractiveness, or I mean, have you seen what she's done to her kids?
I have no idea.
She's got a bunch of boys, so she's transitioning them
Oh,
all
yeah.
like fucking the girls.
Freaking child abuse. Man.
Yeah, it fucking is.
Yeah.
Hollywood's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
This is Sofia Vergara. I think that's how you say her name. She's rocking 34 double Ds.
Mm,
And she's like fucking old as fuck. I think she's like in her 50s. And
I'll
damn,
say
she's gorgeous.
real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are correct, sir. But damn, she is gorgeous. I don't know. Something about Hispanic women.
I know. I kind of like them too.
All
Just
right.
can't seem to catch one. Damn, and I'm in Texas and I still can't catch one. Jeez, man.
Well, we need to sit by the border. And we can see a bunch of them cross. We can pick out which one.
Just
Like,
catch
all
one.
right, you can come over here. We'll give you a sandwich.
I should have caught one under the lightning administration.
Shit.
There
There's
was a ton
so
of them.
many more of them. This is Anna Faris. She's was in like all those scary movies.
Oh yeah.
She's rocking 32 Cs.
I'll say fake.
Yep, they are fake. So yeah, most of these, right? And leaving off, it's Miss Holly Berry. And she's rocking 34 Es.
I'll say real.
Yep, they are 100% real. It was funny. I was watching one of the very, very few times I was watching Jimmy Kimmel, and they had like people come on and read mean tweets about them. They had her on there, and she's like, Holly Berry's breasts look lump-sided, like one's bigger than the other. And she was rating it, and she's like, yeah, that's what happens when they're real. So I mean,
Really?
my ex-fiance, her breasts were like that. She was almost a D, and like one was just slightly bigger than the other, and she's always complained about that. And I would used to make fun of her about it. I would call her lumpy. She never liked that. So I think that's why we just didn't work out, obviously. Well, like I said, it's going to be a short episode since it's just you and me, so we're pretty much done. Your final thoughts for the week?
My final thoughts: good movies, weird shows, and life's little truths. Vampires suck.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I'll be glad when I'm over this fucking head cold. I think I am. I'm just coughing a lot. Kaylee, yes, I will be making more movies to embarrass your hubby, Damien. I'm sorry, not sorry. And other than that, I mean, I really got nothing else to say, but go fuck off.